There we go. We are back again. Hello, hello. Mind me, I'm just wiggling down a little bit to find my position first. I think I should have everything ready, I think. So, welcome back. I am a little bit checking with the light because I do a hello Sonic Phone. Just quickly gonna check if I can change something with my light because there is a white. It's quite white on my face. I'm not sure if that one might help. Let's see. Doesn't get any better. I'm not sure if it's get any better. And my husband is also in the chat. Hello, hello. I think there's still a bit of a white cast. No idea. Let's keep it on 43, I guess. I think it's this light. No, it's not that light. Then I have no idea. The prompter is too bright. No, that's not the prompter. This time. This would be if I remove the prompter. Or at least if I remove the chat in the prompter. Let's see. This might help a bit. Hello, Hakisume. Hello, hello. I think it's... I think it's okay-ish. I don't look like a ghost, so... It doesn't seem like I look like a ghost, so... There we go. We are gonna have a chill and tea stream today. Why? Because I'm still tired from yesterday. So, but with this tea set, this lovely frosted tea set, I received a package which says DaYuLing Oolong. Now, I did have the DaYuLing 2009 from Teekontor, and I like that one. So let's give this sample a try and see what it is and what it does. The thing is that on the back, it is a bit crumbled, and it's exactly where the text is. So this is gonna be interesting. I think if I open up the package, I will probably see what it really is. So this is the DaYuLing. And on the back of the package, you cannot really see much. But I think if I open it up, it should be fine. Hello to Last Tea Time. Hello, hello. Let's see. I think if I open up the package, then at least some of the tea would be, yeah, will become visible. Okay, now that the package is open, I can smooth down the package and hopefully, as far as my Chinese goes, which is not very far. The burning guy one. No, that's not this one. It's the completely transparent glass one. That's the one where I burn my fingers often. This one is a very thick glass, actually. You can really comfortably hold this gaiwan. Okay, my Chinese is very non-existent. Let's see, I think I see so many numbers going on here. I don't think that's minute. There is a little code on the back, so let's see if we Let's see if I can scan it. Wait. Come on, scan it. Because the wrapper is like, you know, like one that shines back. My mobile phone doesn't. Oh, that's that's not the one. Okay, it doesn't work like this. I'm gonna try if I have Google Translate. Yeah, it's a last time that I had the DaYuLing, it was a very good one. So, translate text. Yeah, but not from German. We want to have it from Chinese to English. Let's see if it picks up anything. Small teapot brewing method, brewing water temperature 100% boiling water. 6 grams. Okay, 6 grams plus minus half a gram. Okay. Duration 30 to 55 seconds depending on the person's preference. So okay, according to this, we need 100 degree temperature. 6 grams. I don't think this is a 6 gram sample, but gotta love Google Translate on your phone. So we need it for 30 to 55 seconds, depending on your preference. Okay. Should I just measure this amount of tea? Because I don't think this is... I have no idea how much grams this one is. So give me a second. Do we need it precisely? Probably not, but I'm a little bit curious now how much grams this tea is. Oh, a little bit more than 6 grams. So we got a 6.39 to be exact. Oh, wait up. I am reading text. Wait, I'm gonna read it here. Yes, the Oolong teas are DaYuLing is located in the Hehuang mountain in Taiwan. Yes, I do know that this one is a Taiwanese tea. And it's a high mountain oolong product produced there, has a mellow taste with fragrance aroma, which is recognized as the top high mountain tea in Taiwan. I can imagine, because last time when I had the DaYuLing, I was actually very pleasantly surprised. But that one was from 2009, and I don't know if this is old or not, or how old this exactly is. Fragrance is refreshing, delicate in the mouth, and the taste is smooth and full of rhythm and layers with a mouthful scent. That's what I experienced with the DaYuLing in 2009. So, since my skill broke, I have to raw dog the grams, and I don't like it. Well, mind you, I actually, when I was at the tea tasting yesterday, because I experienced quite some tea at the tea festival. I saw people also raw dogging tea in a teapot, and they had to do it with the water that they had over there. So, I believe most of that was tap water. And each tea tasted perfectly. So very, very interesting. Let's see, correction, it's not a Taiwanese #1 tea, but a world #1 tea. Doesn't it kind of also depend on your taste preference? Because I had quite some interesting teas yesterday, which was part of my ticket, my tea lover ticket. There we go. Since this is all just a water, there we go. It does have a very sweet fragrance. Wait, I'll just show you the tea first. This is what it looks like. Mind the camera, it will... Yeah, there we go. It has a bit of a greenish hue. Little balls. So, I'm very curious to it. There we go. Yay, the water ball underneath. Yeah, it looks very pretty. Oh. Oh. This smells good. Tutula, have you drunken this type before? The DaYuLing? Yes, but it was from TeeHaus. Sorry, I did say Teekontor, but I mean I tried the DaYuLing 2009 from TeeHaus Keulen. So that's why this package, this package came with this set. So that's why I'm a little bit more curious. Like, how does it taste like? If it's not from 2009, I have no idea what age it is. But it has a very pleasant smell, actually. Also, I have my own made tea cloth. Yay, finally, I can use my own. An orange one this time. There we go. So let's make the first brewing. I have it on 95 actually, so I'm gonna go for 98. Like, why not? And when we had the first sip or the first cup, then I will tell about Amsterdam Tea Festival and my experience and this goodie bag and stuff I have over here that I bought. So there's a lot actually. There's a lot of beautiful things. And I will also make pictures for you to on Discord, so you can have a picture close up. It says 30 to 55 seconds. This was also fun, seeing a lot of people brewing their teas and not counting specifically. So it kind of teaches you to like be busy with the tea, but in a different way. I guess that's why I say sometimes I'm still a bit of a tea baby, because I'm still too controlled with my brewing. And I think the more you do it and the more often you do it, it becomes more natural, more flowing, I guess. And a lot of these people know their tea, they know how it looks, know how it should smell, and they really know what to do with it. And like I said, for me, I'm still experimenting a lot, or tasting a lot. There we go. So that's why I'm often like, oh, maybe I'm doing something wrong, and then I don't taste what it should be tasting. And I learned that that's not really much of the deal. That's not the deal here. We have a beautiful, very light colored tea. Let's see. Ooh. Also, I noticed that with this glass, like this frosted glass, the smell and the taste are a bit different than when I drink from porcelain. So it does make a difference. There's a lot of smell going on, and somehow it has a bit of a spinachy kind of smell. When we have the webcam, let's see. Don't mind the bowl. I'll just get this one. Wait up, I'm just gonna put my webcam up a little bit because I know that I have it like that because of the sewing streams. There we go. So we do have a very, very light first brew, which is a very golden color. Your first cup is ready. Yes, my husband can finally join the tea again. So as you can see, it's a very, very, very light color. And Bali TV is at work. But hi to you too. It's the first one. Yeah, I can imagine when you switch in between that you get like how much tea you're gonna use. And indeed how well you know the tea and your teaware. Indeed. Is it too bitter? Okay, this one hits me with like Joe says, quite on the sour side. But it's not citric kind of sour. To me, it's more like berries. But wait. I had something similar yesterday like this.
Kiwi.
Husband says like kiwi. Like the sourness of kiwi. Thank you, Resettetje. Colorful Obi, yes. I do have colored trousers though. Like kiwi, yeah. I would almost say like a pomelo. A bit like a pomelo. I had something yesterday that was actually made in a pomelo. Dried pomelo, that really blew my mind actually. Very much. Interesting one. I'm just gonna leave it a little bit like this and let's talk about Amsterdam Tea Festival. Yesterday I went to my first tea festival. I'm gonna sit a little bit more comfortable because my knees. So I had the tea lover ticket, which means I paid 188 euros for my ticket. And some of you know that I am a bit shy, so it was being on my own. Going there was a bit scary at first, like driving to Amsterdam, and then also get some public transport because I know some cheap places to park in Amsterdam. And when I got there, I was so confused. I was actually hoping for a wardrobe for my big jacket, but there was no wardrobe, so I had to carry my big bag and also my big jacket the whole day. You could leave it at one of those unguarded hangers, but I was a little bit like, yeah, this is my husband's coat, so if it's gone, then a very good woolen coat is, would be gone, and I wouldn't want that, so I kept the jacket the whole time with me. Apparently there were some things happening with the water system or the water stuff, so a lot of vendors were still running around and stuff like that. So it was open, but it didn't feel open yet. But it got so crowded that I was actually walking like, oh my god, I cannot look at any vendor stuff because I'm too tiny to look over people's shoulder. So I had to try and peep between the people all the time. So I couldn't really, in the beginning, I couldn't really see much. So what I did was like, you know what, I'm first gonna search for all the places that, what there is, and just like walking with the crowd and see how it feels a bit. It was very warm, by the way. Also, because I had 2 workshops, I just quickly checked on what location so that I know where to be and set a timer so I wouldn't forget the time. Which is very handy if you have a workshop going on and you have and you're very busy. It's good to have a timer on. Toilets, first thing to do, of course, finding the toilets because you're gonna drink tea. Come on. Also, food. We're gonna get food. So it was first of all walking a little bit around to see where everything is and where you can find things. The unfortunate thing is that there were a few vendors that were at the edge of a stair, which wasn't the very most handiest place, especially if it's very crowded, because yeah, one step to the back and you would fall. So that was not placed very properly. But still, people were very carefully with each other, thank God. It's I don't know, when I was at the Christmas market in Germany, that was crowded and people were just pushing each other, but this crowd was actually just walking around with their tasting cup and just being very happy. So no thing about that. And when I settled down a few times, because I really had to get some fresh air in between sometimes, I was like, you know what? How does the tasting stuff work? What do you do? And you receive this little tasting cup in your bag, and with that little cup, you go taste at vendors' stands. So I noticed a few stands. I was like, you know what? I want to go back over there because I want to have a look at what they were selling. And I got asked, like, do you want to try some chai? So my first cup was actually a very, very good chai. Very well made. And when I got that cup, I started to loosen down and see, like, oh, this is how it works. People offer you the tea and you can experience. And if you want to experience yourself, you just hold up your cup and they will pour some tea for you. I was just amazed on how easy that works, actually. And I was like, you really poured like... just put up your cup like that? It's like that? Yes, it's like that. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. So, yeah, when I found out how to taste it, I was like, okay, I'll just go where people have their tea ready and just sample some of their tea. And I also found, there was one girl standing next to me, and we eventually got to talking to each other, gave each other a follow also on Instagram. And it was a very lovely green tea that I had with that vendor, and I got some of the packages as well, to their cards, business cards, so I know where to buy that tea. And then I thought, I want some good hojicha because you know I need some. And then I thought, okay, I know 2 stands that sell them. Why not try them from both stands and see which one you like? This way is probably the way you get the tea that you like the most. So I went to one vendor, I tasted it, it's like, okay, I'm gonna walk around, see how it flows in the mouth and see how the aftertaste is. Then I went to the other stand and I saw that they didn't have the hojicha ready yet, or at least not at that part. And then I asked them, like, is it it's an option for me to try your hojicha, because I kind of want to try yours as well. So they had some ready and they gave it to me, and that way I was really able to taste, like, do I like it from this vendor or do I like it from that vendor? And that's a very good thing to use that method to see which one you like. I also found a very good matcha. I didn't bought it yet because I bought something else from them. So yeah, yeah, if you're hasty with tea, then a burn is just a minute. Yeah, indeed. Oh wait, I'm just gonna scroll down on this one as well. Got 2 chats open right now. So that's how I had the experience of walking around. As what I let's see. I'll just first talk a little bit more. Then I had a workshop with Sergi from Moichai. He had a setting where he has a big table full of stuff, big pictures, and a big 400 milliliter teapot, which was very cute because it was a turtle, if I could see it correctly. 4 huge pitchers, and your tasting cup was the one, the pitcher was going around, and you would fill your cup, give the pitcher to someone else, or fill their cups and taste the teas. So sometimes you had the first brewing, sometimes you had the second brewing, sometimes you had both, if you were like lucky to have another sample of it. And his goal was to let you taste about 20 teas, but we were so busy with the chat and talking, but so we had 15 of his teas, 15, and these were his private collections, so not all of them are in the shop at all or don't exist anymore. They were mind-blowing. I tell you, I had just two oolongs, and it was so mind-blowing. I can at least tell a little bit, and I can post it on Discord, like in text a little bit, because my Chinese is not so very good. We had our first Aofu Hong, so Aofu Hao Dansong. I really love that one. That was so amazing. Actually, I even made my own notes on that one. I'm gonna quickly do a. There we go. It was very floral, gentle, and soft. Really liked it. Then the second one was a Thai aged oolong from 2012. To me, it tasted like a light pu'er, which was very strange because you have a oolong which tastes like a light pu'er. And the second brew of that one was a little bit fruitier. Yes, I had my own notes during that session, so I tried to write down as much as possible. Then we had Joe's favorite, Lin Tao Ya Xi Xiang. So, Dakshin Oolong, which was actually very, very, very pleasant to the taste. So, very good. His fourth one was Tongmu Min Xiang Cha. Let's see, that to me had like a rose, kind of a floral taste. Very good. The fifth one was a Shupuer Tuo Cha from the 80s. So this was quite this this tea was older than I am. So to me the second brew was a bit earthy. It had like soft apple kind of flavor to me. I don't know. The show pu'er often has this apple kind of flavor. And the girl next to me that we had a chat with before, she explained like a rainy, dewy morning. So very, very poetically. So I really love that one. Then we had Yeshen Sheng Cha Bing 2005, which was a Hong Kong storage. Let's see. Well, that one was a aged Shangpuer. The first brew, that one was very light, earthy, and it had a specific strength, and it kind of reminded me to the teas we drink in our Chinese restaurants like bowling. So very good, actually. I need a duck shit emote. Remind me, please. Put it in my Discord as a idea. Thank you. That's actually a very good one. we need one. Then for the seventh one, we went to Yo Ti Hong Oolong Cha from 2017. This one was a black tea and a roasted oolong tea together. So they made a combination tea. This one was about 7 to 8 years old, and this one was the one that was served in a dried pomelo. Like he would let the tea also pass by, and you receive this big pomelo, completely black, and the tea was in there. To me, it had like a bit of a mushroomy pomelo citric taste, and it has a very specific smell. And the girl and me were like, it smells so herbal, but we cannot pinpoint the herbal. It was very, very pleasant, actually. Number 8 was Da Hong Pao from 2004. So that was also aged one, which was also earthy. This one reminded me also of a Shangpuer, but very light. It had a soft sweetness in the third brew, because I was just trying to sample different brewings. Number 9 is Menghai Shengpuer from 1997. It gets older. I promise you. I even had one that's more older than that. Let's see. This one, I believe, was quite of an expensive one. I believe that one was 600 euros or something. To me, it was a bit earthy, light, and it has a slight moldy kind of taste. Like in a good way, not in a bad way. Number 10 was Melting Reality from 2023. I believe, if I'm correct, that was a white tea. It was a bit, it was not really much of my favorite, to be very honest. The 11th one was Laos Ancient Tree Shang from 2019. I had the first brewing, I think, because it didn't have much taste. The 12th one was Baya Chilan from 2019. That's an aged oolong. Sign me up. It was so soft. It was so sweet. And actually, you heard the crowd say, "Wow, they were really amazing." I put emotes on my note like, "Oh, I love this one." Let's see. The 13th one was an aged oolong from Lugu. I believe that's also Taiwan. And from that moment, it went so fast that I wasn't able to really write down a lot. Yeah, there were so many amazing teas. You really have missed this one. The 14th one was an ancient white Shang Buds from Huliansha from 2002. It was light smoky. It was very, very pleasant to taste something like that. And here comes his most favorite one, or it's his most oldest tea that he has, and I believe that was also the most expensive one. This one was from the 70s. It's a Shan Zong Cha. And it had this like woody kind of smell to it. I wasn't really able to taste much of it because I had to run for my goodie bag because I received the wrong goodie bag, so I had to run to get the right one. And also had to run for the next workshop. I am not much of a pu'er type person. I can really say that out loud right now. Because from all the teas, I noticed that I liked the oolongs the most. I don't know, it was... But all of them were so good. I think maybe from this 15 teas, maybe there were 1 or 2 that I didn't like as much, but and that I would pass down the second taste, for example. So very, very much a lot of amazing teas. Talking about amazing tea, we are gonna brew another one. Because talking, and now we need some tea. And he was actually doing it so fast. So can you imagine that he just put a hand full of tea in his teapot, get the water in it, have it on there, and then, I don't know, he just waited just a few seconds and then got his gong da bei and the seed ready, poured in the pitcher and let the pitcher go by many people. And he would steep the next one for the second pitcher, the third and fourth pitchers. So he had like 4 pitchers standing. And every time a new pitcher came in, if he was able to do another one, he could make another pitcher. No, I was not tea drunk. No, I was... I think it's not the tea drunk, actually. I think it was... I felt more open to receive information and be more at ease, I guess. But I don't think I was tea drunk or anything like that. Yeah, you get a lot of information, actually. So for me, it's still a bit hard to filter all those informations. Like, there are still vendors, they still want to sell their tea, of course. So sometimes I find it difficult to to know how good some of the teas are, but trying is buying in that case. And I think that's the thing of this tea festivals, like, you can really try the tea, and if you like it, then you can buy it. And I really like that concept, because then you can taste it, experience the tea, and you can buy a package. Still have a bit of a spinachy smell, but also there are some hay notes to it. Not hay, sorry. I should actually really go to porcelain, because then I could really smell very well. I think spinach is the main smell that I have. But there is something sweet and sour to the background. We have a bit of a darker color, a little bit darker. First one was quite light in the beginning. Your cup is ready. Don't know if my husband can hear me, but Okay, one is full cup and the other one is not, but I think it's not very good of a comparison right now, but first one was still a bit on the light side. Oh dear. You have a duck shit. Is it in Discord? Wait up. Oh goodness. I think we can make something. We need a duck shit emote. There you go. This is your second brewing. Oh. Whoa, the first one was like a hit. I think I like my first brewing more because of the sourness. To me, there's a big bitterness coming in right now. And if you wait a little, then you can get the citric back in a little bit back in the mouth, I guess. I think I do prefer. Oh, do you want a little extra? There you go. Just a little sip extra. There we go. Yes, thank you. Oh, I do like the aftertaste. Okay, so the first taste is like a hit of some kind of a strong bitterness, but the middle aftertaste, like what I have now, is like a citricy kind of taste, which is pleasant actually. I feel like I'm eating fruit or something. So definitely there's a citric in there. I am going to put it on 100, see if there is a difference. So we are going for loot time. What did I got? Let's see if I can place a few items aside. Because there is, of course, apparently no tea festival without buying tea or other teaware. Okay, let's see, how am I going to set this up most perfectly? Am I going to use the tea cam for that? Ah, you can already see it. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna put on the webcam like this. See if this one helps a bit. So, what was the first thing that I actually bought was popcorn. Because why not? This is a ruby black tea popcorn. So it has a very amazing taste. From that same vendor, I bought a tea powder, amber oolong tea powder. And she said I could also use it as baking cookies. So there we go. That's the first one that I had. We place it over there. Then I went to the shop where I wanted to try the hojicha and their matcha. I bought their package hojicha. It is this shop is in the Netherlands, so that's a very good tea. Very good thing to know. And there are lots of information on the back side. I also tried their hojicha powder, because I asked them, like, is there a specific difference in flavor. And she let me try both of them. And then I said, okay, for drinking tea, I would like the hojicha loose leaf. It tastes a lot softer on your taste buds, but if you're a coffee drinker or you want to use something for baking, you can use the hojicha powder version. So I've got myself some hojicha. I went to a other vendor and I tried their hojicha as well, but I liked it less, but I did like their oolong. So I'm gonna, or it says not oolong, sorry, black tea. I like their black tea. This one was a very, very sweet taste that it had. It says Izumi First #1 Premium. It's a black tea from Ibaraki, preference in Japan. This is about 20 grams. This is from Yoshida Tea Farm. Also, the owner is Masahiro Yoshida. There's an address on the backside as well, so let's get it a little bit closer. Wait up till the cam is ready to focus on text. So I think it's focusing on this one right now. Yeah, there we go. So this was a very, very, very good black tea that I had. So, and yes, get yourself a cold brew pitcher. Really, cold brews are amazing. So I got this one as well. Then, okay, so these are the teas stuff that I bought. So as you can see, I didn't buy a lot of tea. I just wanted to give it a go. But what I did bought was 2 handmade cups. These are made by a Dutch ceramic maker, and I believe Sergi van Mooitje also does some workshops at her place. These were €5 each. Like, this is a steal. And I really like, this feels very coarse, and then you feel the glaze. And that's like of a blue, golden, yellow. Let's see if the tea cam also picks up other things. So we got this one. Yes, only €5. I kid you not. So this one has more of like bluish ink with some brown spots in it. And the sides is a very, very, very lovely green. With my lighting, it's gonna be a bit more difficult to see. So I got 2 cups. Each one were €5. Then I also saw a lady who made handmade items, and I wanted a new tea scoop. She made this one also. This one was about €20. And I also bought a matching cup for this one. So we have a matching little teapot. So yeah, I have to put them on Discord with different light again, so that's no problem at all. Tea cam, because I know that in the tea cam it shows a little bit more yellowish. Go back to webcam. So this one was about €20, and the high cup was about €30. And she explained to me that a higher cup is. She asked me if I like oolongs. And I said, yes, I mostly drink oolongs. And then she recommended me the higher cup, because this way the fragrance of oolongs hit your nose better. So let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Wait. Can I ask about the ticket price? What makes the tea lover ticket be different? Are all tickets so expensive? No, I believe there were lots of different ones. Let me check if I can go back to their tickets. So you have a tea rave ticket, which is 20 euros. So that's only a tea rave. Let's see. You've got an influencer and ambassador ticket. Well, I'm not an influencer, so I can skip this one. Oh wait, they don't. Oh, VIP ticket. Wait up. Where's the rest of the tickets? I think perhaps the tickets are sold out. That's why. I see a VIP ticket was 95 euros. And you also get to the tea rave. You get a ceramic cup, VIP bag with created teas and surprises. But you don't get any workshops or private tasting. The tea lover ticket, then again, was 188 euros. You get an entry to the festival. Mind you, I do not know what the entry of the festival was, because the tickets are offline. So entry to festival and tea rave. I think an entry was about 25 or 30. I have no idea. One exclusive workshop from the ones that Mochai offers. So within Mochai's workshop, there were 3 workshops, and you can choose one of them. The premium Gongfu Cha tea set, which I have to email because that one is something I believe I didn't receive. And a private tasting with Sergi with the 15 teas that I just named. And an exclusive super VIP box gift with rare teas and surprises and the ceramic teacup. So if I look back at tickets, like I said, the other tickets are offline. So I think a regular ticket might have been 50 euros-ish. And when you look at workshops, the workshop that from Mochai himself, let's see if there are still some, if I can get it. I think there was one that was 25 euros. Workshop masterclass. The Hanfu hairpin making workshop was 30 euros. I cannot find a private tasting right now because that one was taken offline during the event. Cannot find the private tasting anymore. So some of these things were taken offline. If you look into what I got from that ticket, it's actually, I think it's worth it, because I still have a bag with goodies that I received, both that were included in that ticket as well. So if I take away my little cups, I think if you only want to try teas with vendors, I think a regular ticket would be fine. If you want to experience more things, like if you really want to have that private tasting with Sergi, and you have one of those workshops that his company offers, I think that tea lover ticket is actually then better, because you get two experiences in that ticket as well. What I also received in that ticket, and I have to kind of look because there were many things. So I start with a little goodie bag that you receive with this one from different vendors. He put samples in there. This was plucked. This is, I believe, from Latvia. there is... Oop. Let's see, this is the... Let's say exclusivity. So you receive a tea bag and some notes on that one. I have received within that package experimental semi-fermented Georgian GABA red tea. Like quite a package, 20 grams I believe. Yeah, 20 grams. So I received this package. I received the Mogucha Raw Shanghua from 1998. Also a package. Yeah, this is part of your tea lover ticket. What I'm going to show you now. Again, 25 weight. 25 grams. Received Tocha Shanghua from 1997. Also a package. Which is 25 grams. There we go. We received the Georgian green tea, 20 grams. So in this tea lover ticket, what I'm showing you now is all part of that ticket as well. Then in this one was TeeHaus Keulen, Ever Spring Jade Oolong, also a package. This one doesn't say how much grams it is, but it is a full package, so I guess this might be 15 or 20 grams probably. I look forward to this one as well. I was like, ooh, Oolong. Let's see. I received, and this one was quite a fun one, because this is a herbal hero rituals, which your tea gets the color of the sticker. So this one will be turning blue. I think this one is called Midnight Bloom. It's mostly for the evening, apparently. Wait up. You receive a snack, because don't go on an empty stomach. Also, that little ceramic teacup, I just had to wash it, so still waiting for it. Wait up. You receive this ginger shot, very good for your health. And here comes the big deal. Received a full experience Oolong tea set. And this is part of that ticket. So you receive like the sample set packages that I'm using from the tea experience set. But now I have a full Oolong version. So this one was the one that I bought before, that I often sometimes taste with you guys with different teas. And with my tea lover ticket, I received this box in there. So now can you imagine that that I'm still might be missing the premium Gongfu Cha tea set, and I'm not sure if it means this one or he actually really means the Gongfu Cha tea set. So I had to email him. And also some vendors were very kind, that the one with the blue tea, I also received a green one and a yellow one to try. And there was another vendor that gave me 2 tasting balls, which one of them was a Yunnan Yanhong Dragon Ball. And the other one is a Pu'er Shu Mandarin Xiao Qingguan. So 2 balls in a little package. So I received this one for free to try as well. And wait up. So if you ask me about the tea ticket, receiving these amount of packages of tea and receiving that the workshops in it as well, I actually really think that this is worth the price, really. So, this one. Okay, I can move this one in the bag as well right now for later to easy movement. And with the workshop, let's see if I can get you guys close. With the handful workshop, it was actually a handful pin, so the things that I often wear in my hair. Wait up. Wow. I got to learn how to make one of these myself. So, still not finished yet because there wasn't really much time because it was quite a little bit of a tryout. So, and because I couldn't choose between the pins, I was able to receive this one as well to try one at home. So, yeah, so I have to finish this one because I want a little dangly thingy on it. And I think that's what I all got from all the vendors, I guess. And of course, a whole bunch of, what's it called? Business cards. So, like knowing that this one was a very good green tea, specific chais. So yeah, I came back with a whole bunch of business cards as well, which is also very nice. So this way you can remember a vendor if you didn't brought enough money with you to buy the tea or want to wait a little longer. So let's see. Georgian green tea is so good. I'm looking forward to that one. I wanna try what it is. 20 grams is quite much. Yeah. So you got quite some tea for that package. Holy moly! Oh my god, that's a shit ton of tea. At first I was like, oh my god, why didn't you buy so much? Now I get it. Yeah, I got to save some money because, you know. Yeah. I went normal on the tea because, yeah, as you guys know, I still have a goal to go to Japan this year, but also starting my Chinese medicine course by the end of the year as well. So I was like, you know, I can splurge some, but don't over splurge myself. So to keep myself a little bit like, try something new, buy something that's that you don't have anymore, but from someone else. Jeremy Kiala was Ceramics was also there. Yeah, I noticed. I haven't seen him. Or maybe I have seen him, but it was too crowded. Yeah, or yeah, you can say that's a good one because I do have his Instagram, so I know where to find him. And what I was able to do was pour another cup of tea, because why not? There you go. What I also was able to do was give the lady from Jamoods the option to use my homemade tea cloth. So by the end of the day, I asked her like, do you often use something like this? I mean, not all people use it, so I asked her like, do you often use it? And she said, yeah, I use it. I said, may I give you a gift? And she's like, a gift? I said, yeah, I wanna give you a gift, because I also received teas from her and extra samples and stuff like that. So I let her choose a color between the green one and the orange one, because those were the only two colors that I had ready. Wish I could have made more, but I didn't have the energy to finish it. So I asked her, like, let me know how you experience this quality. Let me know if you like it or not, because it's a learning process for me as well. What the hell? That went wrong on so many levels. I said, because it's also a learning process for me as well to know if the materials are comfortable to use during a tea session. And she said, well, it's very, very soft, but also full. I said, yeah, there are many layers in between to let it absorb good. So for me, it's also the second time using one of my own. I wanted to give Sergi one as well, but I couldn't find him anymore because he was probably running around the festival. Let's see what we are experiencing now. There is a note, again, spinach. But I don't get the spinach back in the tea. Sometimes if you have this spinach kind of smell, sometimes you get this vegetable green kind of taste to it, like green teas, but you don't actually. I think the hay that I just described a little back, I think that's the like a dried citric actually. Because there's that little hint of sourness. Tea is ready. There we go. Don't mind me, I'm gonna sip because my throat. This third one is a little bit lighter. Ah. Don't mind me. This one is a little bit lighter, doesn't hit as much as the other one. But I love the citric taste in this one. Your face. More citricy, but it's not as the bitter that we had before. It's more citricy. I still describe it as a pomelo / grapefruit, or is that the same? It reminds me a bit of that kind of citric kind of taste, like a pomelo-ish type of tea. Actually refreshing. I cannot remember that I tasted this kind of citric in the DaYuLing from 2009. So maybe because the 2009 is an older version, that maybe that's why the flavor gets different compared to this one. When we look at tea leaves on this hand, you can see that it really opened up. Quite some big leaves as well. To me, looking good. So there we go. So I also mustered up some of the courage because apparently Dawn from Mayleaf was also there. And I still haven't ordered anything yet from Mayleaf because there's a lot of tea on his website. It feels a little bit overwhelming. Therefore I was like, I kind of want to say hi, but I don't want to come off as like, hi, I'm by someone like that. So I had to muster up a little bit of courage to talk because I wanted to introduce myself and I wanted to have a chat, but I was like, what do I chat about? Yeah, tea, of course, but how do I start? And then I was thinking, like, I kind of enjoy when people. The last times when I ask people, like, what is your recommendation? I noticed that I had very fun experiences. Like, there was a lady from Mochai shop in Amsterdam. And then when we asked for her recommendation, let's see, you gotta go. Thank you. You too have a good Sunday. Thank you for popping by. And I'll make the pictures for you. So I asked, like, I was wondering, like, what is your recommendation? And and with that, you kind of get to what people like, and then you can give it a try and see if you like it as well. If your taste profile is a little bit like, it can be very interesting to learn about someone's taste profile a little bit. It's an interesting something. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask the question what his 3 favorites are, and see if I can do something with that. So I went up and asking, like, hi, are you done for May leave? And he was like, no. I was like, oh no, did I got it wrong? Like, you never know. Happened to me before, so you never know. I'm very careful with that. And he was smiling. He said, yes, I am. So I introduced and I said, like, okay, I am tasting teas on my stream, and I am still getting into different kind of teas. And I know you have a web shop, but it feels a bit overwhelming because you have a lot of tea and everything looks interesting to me. So I always like to start with, what is your favorite? What is your favorite? Like, if you have 3 teas and you can choose from them, what are your 3 favorites? So he asked, like, well, are there any teas that you don't like? I said, well, I am not the type for pu'er. So that's one tea that I want to try, but I am not the pu'er type. He said, what about heicha? I said, heicha I can drink. So he gave me three of his items to try. So he said his with his favorites. I also said, he asked me if I had done some before. I think I probably have, but cannot fully remember. He also asked the tea, like, which one does stick to you the most? I said, well, a DaYuLing that I had from 2009 is still sticking in my head. So he came up with Wild Slumber, which is a white tea. On his website is also Lux Frontier, which is a heicha, and also the Royal Peach Orchid, which is a Oolong. And he said that with the Royal Peach Orchid, it stays as a favorite. So I was like, I got to the question, like, can you explain to me that with all the teas that you drink, why do you come back to this one often? Or why do you get back to this Orchid Oolong? And he explained to me that there's a lot of happening in that tea. He also said that you can brew it badly and really can screw it up very quickly. So he explained to me how he would brew it, and also, like, not pouring directly on the leaves but on the side, and stuff like that. So learning something new about the tea as well. And he also said that by using that tea, you really start to learn about the method of brewing the tea, because you can easily screw it up and it can become very dry, or it can be very, stuff like that. So it's a very interesting to learn something like that. And I have them on my notebook now, so also found them on the website as well to put some in my basket. I haven't been able to buy it yet, but it's in my basket. One of them is sold out. So I have to kind of wait for that one. But you know, it's always fun to learn someone's favorite teas like that. To me, I always stick to a oolong or white teas. Haven't had much green ones yet. So that's the experience that I had yesterday, and yeah, I must admit I was quite tired. I had 4.5 hours of sleep, so which is not a lot. I also left 1 hour later than I was hoping to leave because my outfit wasn't coming together, and I didn't feel comfortable in any of my outfits, so I wanted to be comfortable. So yeah, that's also, it's a women thing, you know. We have that stuff. And driving to Amsterdam, parking, I thought I was driving to the wrong parking spot, so I was like, oh no. I was like, I'll be fine. It'll be okay. No worries. Chill, Kim, chill. Finally getting in the right tram to get to the festival ground. So yeah, when I was ready, I think I arrived a little 5 minutes past 11 in the morning. And I think I left, let's see. I left 6:30 p.m. So I was there quite for a long day, long time. So yeah, and when I was on my way home, I was like, you know what, I only eat a little something in the morning, like a porridge, or sorry, oatmeal, and I had a little vegetarian bun in the afternoon ish. So it's like, yeah, I need to eat something, and I also want more tea. So I decided to stop at a restaurant close to the road, get myself some soup and bread, just something light because it was already late. And now we are here chilling and having some tea. I think this is the fourth brewing. I forgot my little stones to count the brewings, but I believe this is the fourth one. So I also noticed that it's less warm in these glass teaware. So this would be a very good teaware for white teas and green teas, I guess. And we have our cup ready. Also, I think I just poured a little bit more because I still have some left in the gongdabe. Light color. Tea is ready. And I'm gonna drink it hot. Okay, we have the citric smell popping up right now a lot more. Recommendation. So I like the citricy kind of aftertaste to this one. Don't mind me. So to Razio, if you're still here, you should join next time. Do you also have festivals in your country? Yes, you should be. You should be. But I didn't know either that Don from Mayleaf was there, to be honest. I think a lot of people actually didn't know because it was more like he was there. He was just there. Oh, coffee ones only. Coffee is still a very highly drink to be honest. Although I think that tea is more used, right? So, but if you can come over, it was fun. It really was. I have not been to the tea rave, so I cannot talk about that one because I was just too tired. I needed to go home. But looking at the videos that popped by, that looked good. That also looked fun. So Joe! Someone poked my husband because his tea is ready. But how does the coffee festival work? Are they like the same in that case? Like walking around with your cup and then try different coffee? And are there so many different coffee types? Like tea? I don't know anything about coffee, so I only know it's a bean and it gets roasted, and that's as far as my coffee goes. Oh, and then you can ground it, but also workshops. Grinding the coffee. I think there's also a lot of different ways to brew a good coffee, I guess. Because you have, of course, the machines that we used back in the days. You have the French press, which is also good for tea, by the way. And I have no idea what else is how how else there is for coffee to brew it. So coffee world is also very big. Bean types, roasted types, and a lot of things. Spoiler, also learning about coffee. Yeah, I think if you can make a good coffee, it's very, very interesting because coffee can taste good, but it also can taste terrible. Ah, you're awake. Your tea's almost cold. But yeah, if you learn about both ways, then you really can have both worlds like popping in, and especially because the hojicha powder, the lady asked like if I'm a coffee drinker, and I said no. And I think if you are a coffee drinker, then you can have a hojicha powder, which is like the same kind of kick as a coffee, I guess, if you're open to both worlds. Me, I like my coffee mostly with a lot of milk and some sugar. So to me, a coffee would more be like as a extra taste, I guess, but not as the main taste. I did try it a few times to have espresso shots just before a workout. Yes, it helps. It was horrible. I just chucked down the whole pit. Like, take it as a shot of like a workout shot, but the amount of bitterness is something I don't like at all. Maybe it's how it's roasted, maybe it's too dark, or so I can also imagine there might be coffees that are lightly roasted that can have a better taste, I guess. I'm trying to figure out also, like, is there a way to know if your tea is good quality? Should be a way, right? Feels like leather. Is that good? The leaf also looks strong, so maybe I should just search it up a little bit. Like, find some information to recognize a good tea, both in dry and wet shape. Ooh. It's quite a big leaf. They really fold open very nicely. Also in the cup. Whee! So, there we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pour another cup. And I'm gonna go directly on the leaves this time to see if things are changing. Because I also noticed that I'm starting to get very, very tired. So I don't know if something is hitting, but yeah. But I think upcoming week I will be sewing more of these tea cloth. Yeah, it was a very big leaf, right? It was like... Okay, I don't have big hands, but it's quite a big leaf indeed. Just leave it to the side because it looks so pretty. Pretty to look at. So I'm gonna try and upcoming week and sew more of these tea cloth because I still have a big pile that I want to make. I also washed one of them, and kind of want to see how the quality holds because there are multiple layers. I just don't want it to. I don't want the layers to move separately from each other. That's often very annoying. So I don't know. Can actually check how it looks. Whoops. Okay, it's still too wet, so you made y'all look like the bay leaf living on my balcony. You have bay leaf on your balcony. And I have a tea that I've been over steeping probably. How's your fresh bay leaf? Are you going to dry them? You should dry them. Then you can write on them. Do you also use them fresh or not? Drying it is. We had... Still, I think this color is really going strong actually, because we're still keeping the same color. Don't see anything changing all the time. Let's see. It was a tiny thing when I bought it and I did not want to pull the leaves directly. I wanted to grow for a bit before I would rip off a few of its leaves. Rip. Let them grow first. It's getting very light right now. So the main taste right now is still a little bit of the sourness, but it is getting very light. So what I'm gonna do is after this one I'm gonna brew one more. Yes. And then I would go into cleaning. Next one I'm gonna brew a little longer. Yes? So after this brew, that's it. Next one is your last one. I'm just gonna brew a lot longer right now and just let it sit. There we go. Let's let it sit for a while. In the meantime, brew some extra water for the dishes. Let's see. For winter stews, it's quite big now, so the summer I will take a few for winter stews. And I also put in an order for a few study books and the recommended book from last stream. And one extra book about incense. You are such a book lover! The amount of books that you buy. God. Help me out. What book did I told you about last time? I think it was the incense making book, right? Was it that one? And I also need to buy my books for the study as well, so it's a new one. Okay. No, I mean the recommendation. You said and the recommended book from last stream. So I'm a little bit like, help me out. My brain is just So I am quickly going to... Oh, I don't have to. I can put it on there. There we go. Problem solved. What book did I recommend? I did recommend something, eh? Ah, yeah. This one. The Chinese medicine for the mind. Oh. Yeah, I still need to buy my books for Chinese study. Still brewing strong on this one. You're complete now, but I cheated a bit because you already had 2 of the 3. How many? Wait, for the Chinese study, you mean? I haven't received which books I should buy. Or should I look on the website? I thought I had to buy 8 books or something. Ah, 3 are a must and the rest is a want. Is it on their website? Because then I really have to search it up to see which one I have to use. Ah, okay, then I will have a look on the website. Thank you. I really look forward to that study, really, I do. I look forward to a new study, but at the same time it's also a bit like overwhelming. Because starting a new study is already something on its own. Already quite an achievement. And then also traditional Chinese medicine, so that also means the thinking process, your thinking is a lot different. You have to really leave regular Western thinking out of it, and that might sometimes be a little bit tricky. But I'm very open to that once, because I always like to be open to all these kind of different options. And I think that also is something that makes it very interesting. And let's be honest, Chinese medicine is already so old. It's already so... it has been practiced for thousands of years. So I think it's a very good combination to have both Western thought and traditional Chinese medicine to link together. Actually, I think there's a powerful tool in there. And I also think with traditional Chinese medicine, a lot of things were actually tea. So I think that's also a bit of the magic in there. I don't think I'm able to do this little trick. Let's see, is this... No, it's gonna slip around. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that one. Last round of tea. And what I'm gonna do is take a sip of the first one, because this one is cold. It feels just as cold as my cup looks right now. So from the first batch, we have that floral kind of sweetness to it. My nose is a bit blocked. Okay, compared to each other, the first one is just a little bit stronger. Can taste it, can really smell up more of the sweetness going on here, and a little bit of that citric kind of smell. Letting this one cool off, no problem. Sometimes when you let things cool off, the tea becomes very strange to the taste, but that first brew actually has a pleasant taste to it when it's cold. Joe! So that first brew still has that citricy, you kind of really taste the pomelo to it right now. And then when you go back to the last cup, this is the fifth or sixth brewing. You get more hit with this. There's a bit of a bitterness, and then the freshness comes up with the citric flavor again. But I do think that this one, first, second, and third brewing are the best ones for this one. I want my husband to taste the first, take a sip of the first one as well, but he should come over. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna clean my gaiwan until he finally pops up. So yeah, next time, actually might want to try this one next time as well. So it really looks so cold. Really looks so cool. Ah, there he is. First, you're gonna sip the first one. This is the cold one. Stronger? That's not stronger. That might be a bit stronger because it was there for a full minute or so. It's a good tea, right? It's a pleasant one. I enjoy this one. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to... It's so messy. Also, I haven't really uploaded my videos on YouTube yet. I am a bit stuck on... If there's one video where I got, what's it called, emotional because it was the day that my father just so wow, I am tea drunk, definitely. If I cannot talk anymore, I guess that's tea drunk. It was a Remembrance Day as well, my deceased father, and there was some of the moments where I had a, you know, where I cried, and I'm still debating if I have to cut it out or not. If it is, or if I want to stay open. So it's a little bit debating on that part, if I want to upload it fully or not. At the same time, I do want to be open on that part because, yeah, it's like I said, I just want to be honest in that situation. So yeah, I'm still debating how to if I cut it away or not. Then we would be missing a brew on the YouTube part, but and my washing machine is done. This is also nice. So there is a lot of debris in my cup, so I'm gonna use my old water first to clean out a little bit. Otherwise I lose a lot of good water to wash my gaiwan with this one. It's clean. So now that I have a big box of tea again, and still some teas that I still haven't tried yet or have some ideas about, kind of have to look what tea we are going to do next week. Let's sit aside. Get my things on my. Because there are so many teas right now. And I also had received some tea from Tula. I'm gonna do this one with the regular dish. So I have to look what we're gonna do next week. But I definitely want to go back to something like a tea tasting, like really a tasting. I also have some I think it's a white tea, Laoshu Gourmet. I had it before, but I also have two from different ages. So we could do a comparison and see if there is a difference in 2 years. Like the 2018 and the 2020, I believe. So we could experiment with that one. I also still have some green teas from this box. So we could do a water comparison. Because, I don't know, green teas... if I want to drink it with... Oh, green tea. Okay. Okay, then I will let you choose from the box or another package that I have laying around. So a green tea it is, because I noticed that with the green teas I often drink it with what's it called, tap water, and I also like to try it with the filtered water to see if there's a difference. You're a sucker for green tea. My simple pleasure in life. Well, we can do a green tea, that's for sure. We can do a green tea. I think there are still some left in this box. Do you have a little minute? I'll just grab the other green tea as well, and I'll let you choose which one we are gonna do next week. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get the other one, and I'm gonna open up the box that I have over here. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're here until I end the stream. Okay, then I clean my table, and when my table is clean, then I can put on the other thing. It's gonna be messy otherwise. This one I'm gonna clean with the regular dish. What's over here? Clean my table. Okay, it's always a bit tricky because I have had a few times that I didn't put the tube in the bowl underneath, so let's see how good he wipes. It really absorbs very, very well. So you just saw how much tea water I just spilled on top of it. This is how much it goes through. So I use this side, and I have it double like this. So I think it really absorbs very well. I'll put it back on the main cam because it's a bit messy on this side. Lazy here. I'm just gonna be lazy. There we go. Get the tube. Empty. This is for the regular dish. Same as this one, and same as that one. So yeah, I think I kind of like my own cloth to dry. It also feels soft. You can just fold it over until you have a dry spot again. Yes, okie dokie. So let's pick a tea from our tea box. I'm gonna get you first on this one. So we can do a few things. I once received this is a 2025 Westlake Longjing Dragon Well. I received this sample package from Chamoots with my order, so it's a gift. Then let's see. There should be 3 more in here. Yes, perfect. Okay, what do I have more? I got a blue. Let's see, Shuya. If I don't say it correctly, my apologies. I've got a Jinshuan Lucha. And Liping. Oh god, what was the Q again? Liping Chu Xie. Oh god, this I probably butchered the name right now. So we wait up. This one. This guy goes there. And so we have Westlake Longjing Dragon Well. So these are the 4 green teas that I have as tasting options. Which one would you like me to taste? I also think I still have a Genmai cha. So I have never tried Dragon Well. So we're gonna go for Dragon Well. Yeah, for me, to say the truth, to me it's I want to try them anyway. So, but Dragon Well it is. So this is what we're gonna do. We're going for Chamut's Dragon Well because I am kind of curious to that one, to be honest, because I hear a lot of good things about it. I have no idea what to expect. So what I will do, I think this is quite some of the grams. You often don't really need a lot, right, with green tea. So I'm gonna search it up. If I have enough tea in this package, then maybe we can do a water comparison one. So one with tap water, one with regular water. I'll just have to go to, or I just go for the filtered water with all of it. So I'll think about that one. But definitely gonna be the Westlake Longjing Dragon Well green tea, chosen by Tea Time with Ratio. Thank you for choosing my tea. Makes life a little bit easier this time. So I am going to stop the stream, have some cleanup because yeah, this is what it looks like in the back. So we have some cleanup to do. Cleaning up. I want to thank you guys for joining my stream today again, and also thank you so much for being here today with me. I am tea drunk. Sorry, I have my words are not coming out. Is this tea drunk? Because I really feel tea wasted in that case. Is this tea drunk? Because I don't know. This feels like wasted. You don't know how to speak anymore. So also a little bit, I guess it's also being tired, I guess. So thank you so much for joining the stream, and maybe see you pop up when I'm doing some sewing streams again, if I feel enough energy on that one. So thank you for being here with the tea festival story. When you finish a bottle of wine and some beers and then have tea and blame it on the tea. Believe me, I think you can get tea drunk. Thank you for the support, and thank you for listening to my story again. And hopefully see you next week, and also hopefully see you on the sewing streams if you are into that stuff. So thank you so much. Have a nice evening. Have a nice time. Bye bye. I am wasted. Oh my god. Good tea, good tea. This is definitely a good tea. Bye bye, everybody.